Hello and welcome to episode 81. And well, start off, I'm having to film this intro from inside the bivvy because it's not a very nice day today. Bit wet, bit rainy. Anyway, I'm at Olivemead Lake, which is in Dauncey near Chippenham. Nice little lake, first time here, and already fishing, got fishing first, and yeah, been looking forward to this one. I'm doing 3 days, 72 hours, and I've been looking forward to this one for a while because there's big fish in here. It's only a small lake, but there's 3 known 40s in here, and then over 20 fish, £30 plus. So it's only a small lake, but there's a lot of big fish in here. Right, I'm going to waffle on too much. Like I said, the intro looks a bit rubbish with just a bivvy in the background, so I'll leave it there. Catch you later. Right guys, this session I'm going to be sort of baiting up with just boilies, really, just boilies and more boilies. There's big fish in here and they eat a lot of boilies, so I'm going to be putting out a big bed of boilies during the course of this session. So I've bought a cotton mixture. So I've got some of the Nash Tangerine Dream, CC More Equinox. I've got 2 different flavours of Maruku boilies. Got some Live System and some marine halibut sea salt boilies. I've got a big old bucket, and all I'm going to do is just put all these boilies just in the bucket. I'm just going to mix them all up really. So my thinking is somewhere like this place now, which is starting to get a lot of attention from a lot of anglers because of the 40-pounders. One angler might bring so-and-so boilie, another angler might bring his boilie, and you know, everyone's got their own favourite boilies, so sort of places that sort of get busy a lot probably see a lot of different kind of boilies. So my thinking is just to put out a big sort of mix of different kind of boilie, really. You know, different flavours, different colours, different smells, different attractions. And then so you can probably see there, I mean, there's dark colour boilies, light colour boilies, the orange boilies. Like I say, all different smells, all different attractions, you know. All different makes of boilie here, so they're all going to be all sort of working on different levels, different attractions, different smells, and so yeah, so that's my plan. Just to, well, what if I put there about 6 kilos of boilies in that bucket, so don't know whether I'll use all 6 kilos of boilies. I'll probably put out a good bed of boilies to start off with, and then just go from there really. Just pick up the loose ones that fell out of the packet. So that's my plan, just a big bed of sort of, yeah, different flavoured, different coloured boilies, and see what happens really. Right, let's get some of them out in the lake and hope they do the job. Alright guys, so this session I'm going to be fishing with sort of PVA mesh sticks rather than how most of you see me fishing in the past before, where I normally fish solid bags. So right, where have I put everything? Right, just make sure I've got everything to hand. Right, first thing first, tub to do all the mixing in. Right, then what I've got is some old CC More Equinox boilie crumb that I've crumbed up at home, so let's some of that in the tub. That'll do for starters. Not sure how many sticks I'm going to be making. Right, next ingredient, some I've seen in Hinders being displayed by Ian Moore himself. Belacan paste block, let's fix that, there we go. And I've just got myself a little Parmesan cheese grater. I'm going to this stuff absolutely stinks. When I see it being shown in Hinders, it stank at the shop, and yeah, stinking at me bivvy as well. So I'm just going to grate some of that Belacan paste into the meat pot. Oh god, yeah, it really whiffs. So I've now got some grated up Belacan paste in with that. Next ingredient, some little gems. Put a sprinkling of them in. Yeah, let's give that a bit of a mixer. Yeah, Belacan paste really smells. And then to dampen it down, I've got some of the Equinox boilie dip. So I'm just going to pour a liberal amount of that in. Ideally, really, I should have a stick or something to mix that up in, which I haven't got to hand. That's very poor planning for this bit of footage. Let's use the handle off me Parmesan grater. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Worry about just right, actually. Very well judged by myself. I don't often fish with stick mixes. Let's have a quick feel of that. Yeah, it's probably about bang on actually. So there we go. Nice little mix of boilie crumb, little gems, and grated down Belacan paste, and then the Equinox liquid. Right, let's knock up a few sticks and then I can get fishing. Right guys, just done going to give you a quick update as I haven't really done much filming as so far. There's been plenty of sort of signs of fish activity out in front of us, but from what I can see so far, no one's had anything. So I mean, there's not many swims on this lake anyway. So there's only 3 other people on this lake. So there's only 4 of us fishing here. We're all quite well spread out. So hopefully that should keep the fish sort of pushed around the lake and moving about and that. But yeah, I haven't really done much filming because it was about midday when I got here. By the time I sort of got here, found my swim where I had to be, sort of paid me money, had a chat to the other guys that was here, you know, just basically got my kit sorted out. You know, the sort of time was getting on, and you know, I was concentrated really on sort of getting fishing rather than doing any filming. So done a bit of filming, but not much. But after this bit, I'm going to put the camera away now, and unless anything happens in the night, that'll be it. Try not to film me waffling on too much. Try and keep the vlog as short as possible. Right. With that, I'll leave it there. Unless anything happens in the night, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, guys. It's a nice brightly 6 o'clock in the morning. I went to bed nice and early last night, and that's made me wake up nice and early. Nice misty morning this morning. Obviously no fish in the night, otherwise there would have been that footage already. But nice misty morning. Bit cold this morning. The cradle's all frozen. Vivi's frozen as well on the outside. Had a couple of beeps in the night, whether that was liners or bird life, I don't know. But hopefully this sun comes up soon and burns this mist off. Alright guys, so about mid-morning now of day 2. Well, technically it's still day 1 because I'm not at there. I haven't completed my first 24 hours yet. Just thought I'd have a quick gander around my swim to show you. So 3 rods which is allowed here. So in front of me is an island. When I started off yesterday, my middle rod was fishing up to the island, but when I've done my recast not long ago, I'm about open water now, sort of about halfway between my rod tips and the island. My left hand rod, I'm casting round to the left, and there's a swim over there which I don't think is actually used. I think it's like a spare swim. If you can see that green buoy to the right of shot, I'm sort of aiming just to the left of that. I'll probably say I'm actually aiming for this sort of little clearing there, and I'm probably about a rod length off it. And then the right hand rod, yesterday I was just sort of aiming in that direction out in sort of open water. Now let's lift the camera up because the bushes are in the way. You can see a aerator there. I'm probably fishing about a rod length shy of that aerator, and I'm fishing down in the margins with me right hand rod now. So that looks a nice little spot, nice oxygenated area for that aerator. I'm literally fishing down in the margins, literally about 2 foot off. So, absolutely cracking lake, just under 3 acres apparently, so Scott, the owner, tells me. In the distance there is a cabin which is £100 for 24 hours. It's got 2 bedrooms, kitchen, front room, Sky TV. So wives and girlfriends could come along with fishing. Not me, because I don't have a wife or girlfriend. But you know, lads can share it, split the cost. You can't really see it because of the island, but like you fish from a porch. And there's only 3 swims on this lake which you can actually bivvy up in. So there's that swim over there, which is called the Oak Swim, probably because of that big oak tree. And then there's a swim round to my right where that goose is, which is called the Point. And then my swim, which is called the Snug. And then, so then the cabin, then the last swim is over there, which is called Martha's Pod. So if you want that one, that's £55 for 24 hours. This has got a bed in there, electrics in there, little cooker in there, microwave. So you don't need sleeping bag, bed chair, bivvy. Just bring your rods, your tackle, your bait. Get fishing. Waiting for these to scream off. And that'd be nice. One of the lake's 40-pounders would be ideal. Even one of the 30s would be nice. There's over 20 30s in here. But a fish on the first session here would be nice. Guys, just a bit of an update, let you know what's been going on today. Obviously no fish so far, otherwise you'd have seen them. All my rods have had a couple of recasts during the course of today. I think I must have had a fish with a trailer go through my swim at one point, because my left hand rod done a couple of bleats and then nothing happened. And then a few seconds later my right rod done a couple of bleats and then nothing happened. So, you know, you can often get that if you've got a trailer in your swim. My right rod was picked up by the ducks at one point, so I had to have a recast. When I had that, what I think was a trailer going through my swim, I recast those rods just in case it had moved the rig end, and you know, you don't want to risk your hooks being digged at all, so, you know, just out of you know, being safe really, making sure my rigs were presented correctly, I recast those rods. And then not long after I recast my left rod, I see a fish showing about halfway to the point I was fishing on my left rod. So that rod then had another recast onto the showing fish, but obviously nothing's come of it. Nearly 7 o'clock in the evening now. Light levels are starting to fade, so I'm doing this update now before we do lose the light. But, you know, I've seen fish in the area. I'm still confident of maybe getting a fish. If it gets to about this point tomorrow night and I still haven't had a fish, then maybe my confidence might dwindle a bit, but, you know, I've still got tonight and tomorrow night to go yet, so I'm not even halfway through this 72-hour session yet, so plenty of time yet. Anyway, it's getting a bit cold now, so I'm going to retreat back to me bivvy and I think have a hot drink, I think maybe. Right, unless anything happens in the night. I'll see you in the morning. Morning guys. So another fruitless night last night. I ain't got a clue what time it is in the morning. I got up about 6:30. Had some breakfast, a hot drink because it's bloody cold again. But nothing's happening, so I'm going to change my tactics today a little bit. I've just chucked one rod out on a zig rig to see if that would do anything during the course of the day. I'll show you the rigs that I have been fishing, and then I'm going to tell you what I'm changing to. So I showed this lead system when I was fishing the Orchid a couple of videos ago. But it's the Angle Tech lead system. A couple of differences from the last time when I was using the Orchid. It's a different lead now. The lead I was using at Orchid was like a distance lead. This is like a sort of a gripper style lead. And here the rule is you have to use like some kind of safe zone leader. So like the cordless safe zone leaders, the Nash diffusion leaders, any sort of lead core, sort of braided type leaders aren't allowed here. So the sealer rig tubing or sort of, you know, the Nash diffusion or cordless safe zone leaders you have to use here. But that's how I've been fishing. Bottom bait, that's an Equinox boilie tipped with a bit of fake corn. Been using the new hooks from Ace. That's one of the Continental hooks. Bit of shrink tubing just to kick it over, and then been fishing about, I don't know, 7-8 inches I suppose of coated braid, with just the last inch or so stripped back, obviously for suppleness and hopefully a fish taking it. Anti-tangle sleeve, and all that fits into a nice little insert in the lead. And it's this lead system acts a bit like a sort of a cog system. So it goes out like a inline lead when you cast it. The anti-tangle sleeve helps keep it all, when it's flying through the air, helps keep the hook link all separated from the lead system. It kicks it away flying through the air. I feel that lands nice. I've been putting a PVA stick on that like I showed you when I got here for the cast. And then the idea behind it is when a fish picks this system up, it's picking up the heavy end of the lead first, sort of like the cog system. And then what happens, that insert comes out of the lead. When the fish tries to get away, it shakes its head, and straight away, every time, the lead turns into a running rig. Every time. So that's completely safe. So if he ever cracked off, you know, that lead would be gone. So yeah, nice system that. But I'm going to change it slightly. I'm going to stick with the lead and the lead system, but rather than fishing a coated braided hook link, I'm going to swap over to a short, fully braided hook link. I'm going to change to pop-ups for today, and I'm going to put it into a PVA bag rather than using PVA sticks. That's the plan. Hopefully pop-ups, like I say, apart from the rod that's on a zig, hopefully that can work. Right, just need to find out a short braided hook link now and hope pop-ups can do the trick. Alright guys, feels like the pressure's on now. 48 hours into the session now and nothing has happened. That's not just me, that's the whole lake. There was a guy in the pod swim, probably just make up the pod over my left shoulder. He'd done 48 hours and went home with nothing. There's a guy in the Oak swim who was in the cabin, but he's had nothing, and obviously nothing for me so far.
switched tactics from the long hook links and bottom baits to PVA bags and pop-ups and that now, and still nothing's happening yet. One rod on a 3-foot zig rig which I've been casting around. It's been giving me bleeps, but nothing happening on that. Not long ago, just down to the left of me swing, which is over my right shoulder as I look at it, there was a showing fish, a bobbler, right in the margins, about 3-4 foot off the margins, probably a 3-4 rod lengths to me left. So I quickly tied another PVA bag and done a little underarm swing and put a rig on that. Obviously nothing happening with that so far. It's still bobbling every now and again, but nothing yet. But with the whole leg not doing anything for at least 48 hours, it does feel like it's like the place might have switched off, and with 24 hours to go, it does feel like the pressure's on. Right, fingers crossed, hopefully something can happen. I'm ducking a swim, licking the boilies that I've dropped. Right, hopefully something can happen soon.
And guys, this leak is proving to be a bit difficult at the moment, or I say difficult, hard. It's fishing hard at the moment. So it's evening time now, there's about an hour of sunlight left to go. And so it was about this time last night I was saying to you, if I haven't had a fish, that by this time tonight I'll start panicking. I'm panicking. I've seen plenty of signs of showing fish, plenty of bobblers out in front of me. When I've seen the bobblers, I've been casting rigs to it. So I was stuck with the pop-ups today. The rod that was on a zig, I've wound that in now and cast that back out on a pop-up as well. So I think I've got a white pop-up, a pink pop-up and a yellow pop-up out at the moment. Managed to hook a duck earlier on as well. Had a cast along towards the pod. Then the guy that was in there moved out, so I see while that bit of water was free, I had a cast over there and bloomin' duck picked it up, nailed him cleanly in the bottom of the beak. So yeah, so that was fun, trying to unhook a duck. But anyway, I've just recast my left rod closer into the margins, literally about 2 rod lengths to the left of my rod tip. There's a nice little patch of bobbling just now, so I've just put my left hand rod onto that, and got a couple of handfuls of boilie, crushed them up in the quarter crusher and chucked them over the top, so just sort of a handful of chops. Let's see if that can do anything. So it wasn't long ago I had that duck escapade, so that rod has recently been chucked and the other rod is up by the island, so I'm going to leave all my rods where they are for the night now. It's starting to get a bit cold again as well. Nights have been very cold here, but the lake is fishing hard at the moment. There's a guy called Clive who's in that boat swim at the moment. He was in the cabin and he was the last one to have a fish Monday evening. It's now Thursday evening, so sort of we're getting on for sort of like 96 hours where this lake's done a fish. So it is fishing hard at the moment. I'm trying. I mean, up to today, all the rigs that I've been casting out, I've been throwing handfuls of boilies out over the top, or catapulting if they was at catapult range. Today, apart from that rod I've just done in the margins, where I've just put a handful of chops on top of it. I've just been doing the PVA bag and that's it, nothing over the top. So I've tried heavy baiting with boilies, light baiting with boilies, baiting up with pellet, no baiting up, so I've tried all options, bottom bait, zigs, pop-ups. I just think it's the lake at the moment, it's just gone through a shutdown period, I think. Anyway, right, I'm going to leave it there, stop waffling, because I've probably got about 10 minutes of battery time left on the camcorder, and I want to save that for if I do get a fish in the night. So the next scene will probably be me in the morning saying no fish. So hopefully I can see you at night time with a fish. Till the next time I do see you. Bye. Morning guys. Obviously no fish. So starting to look a bit dismal now. Don't know if you can hear, but it's raining. I'm down to about the last 5-6 hours of my session now. Got up about 6:30. I saw Clive over in the Oak Swim was up, so I wound in my rods, had a walk round there and had a quick chat. He actually wound in for the night because he didn't think. He's a regular, he's been a regular here for about 10 years, so he knows this place at the back of his hand, and he said he just knows this place ain't going to catch at night at the moment the way it's fishing, so he actually wound in. There's a guy who came yesterday in the point swim, had a quick chat to him, he didn't have nothing either. So, don't know about the people who's in the cabin, but if they didn't have anything, then it's looking like another night gone by where no fish is come out the lake, and it's sort of getting on for like sort of 4 days where this lake hasn't done a fish now, so it is tough at the moment. But just recast all my rods, freshened up the hook baits, fresh PVA bags, rather than using that me pellet mix that I normally put in the PVA bag mix. I used up the last of my stick mix that I'd made just so I don't waste it. So yeah, so that's it. Not about the last 4 or 5 hours. Sorry, about 5-6 hours. Gonna have some breakfast in a minute because it's absolutely freezing cold. Looks like I'm going to be packing up in the rain, so a bit of a wet, dismal end to this session. But it's not over till it's over. Who knows? Maybe a freshened up hook bait and fresh attraction of that stick mix which is in PVA bags might do the trick this morning. Fingers crossed. Right, it's bloody freezing, so I'm going to have my porridge to warm my body up. Next theme will be either fish or packing up. I've got a good idea which one it's going to be. Alright guys, coming to the end of my session now. Well, I am at the end of my session now. I'm almost packed up. Just got my rods behind me now to pack away, and that's it. Unfortunately it's been a blank, but nothing I can do about it. It has been a hard session. As I said before, the lake hasn't done a fish since Monday evening. It's now like Friday midday. So I've just been unlucky and I've come while the lake has been in a switch off period. But alright, thanks for watching. This only means one thing. I'm going to have to come back with a score to settle. Catch you later.